Okay, hello and welcome to this month's What's New on Embodia webinar. My name is Kristen, Embodia's marketing coordinator and customer success manager, and also your host. Maggie Bergeron, Embodia's co-founder, is also joining us. Today, I will be going over a few tips on two-way messaging, and she'll be diving into questionnaires, templates, and customizations. So before we begin, if you have any questions at all, please drop them into the Q&A and we'll do our best to answer them during or after our talk. We'd also like to remind you that we now offer AI charting, and for Tier 3 members, the first 10 hours are free. And if you've tried AI charting or you're already using it, we'd love to hear from you and see how that's going. We're also thrilled to announce that Embodia is now CEU approved provider for PTs and PTAs in 34 US states and the US Virgin Islands. Very soon, many courses on Embodia will offer CEUs for PTs and PTAs in the US, and more information about this is going to be coming in the upcoming weeks. For those of you joining us today who might be less familiar with Embodia, Embodia is an all-in-one practice solution offering a complete practice management system with built-in ATP, including a growing library of 3,000 plus high-definition exercise videos and voiceovers, billing and reporting, charting, scheduling and online booking, outcome measures and questionnaires, tele-rehab, practitioner continuing education, and more. You also have the option to add a Clinic Academy to any of our paid memberships, which is your own branded platform to generate passive income by creating and selling courses to your community. When you get started with Embodia, or anytime you need a refresher, you can use our collection of guides which help you learn to navigate Embodia and set up your clinic to your specific needs. These guides include our 30-minute onboarding video that you can follow along with to get your clinic set up. We also offer one-on-one onboarding sessions to help you get started so you never feel alone in the process. And now for the tip of the day. So for two-way messaging, you can message your patients and your patients can message you. You can do this in the browser, mobile app, or where we recommend your custom branded progressive web app, which is included with all Tier 3 memberships. The benefits of this are improved patient satisfaction and engagement, reduced confusion, enhanced communication efficiency, and reduced operational costs. Maggie, if I could get you to go to 32, I think. Thank you. By default, this feature is disabled. To enable it, we can go to Settings, My Account, My Settings. And then under the messaging, select one or both of the ways that patients can message you. The first one is enabling messaging, which is just the two-way messaging. And the second one is allowing patients to attach notes when completing an exercise. So you'll see that in the next section here. You can also choose to turn notifications on for those exercise notes. And once that's enabled, you can go to HEP, My Conversations, and you can choose to either open a new conversation or open an existing or start a new one. And here, while you're here, you can also do auto reply settings for a particular date with a message. As far as exercise notes go, you can click on an exercise program once you found a patient. And then on the far bottom right, you'll see any comments or messages they've left you, and you can respond to them directly from there. From the patient side, they can open an exercise, complete it, and then fill out any comments or questions in the notes box below that. If you've chosen to receive notifications, you will once they've completed that there. And they also have the option to go to My Conversations on the left-hand menu and either start a new conversation or reply to you. And that's it for two-way messaging. In the rest of today's webinar, we'll discuss how to make the most of questionnaires and questionnaire templates to optimize your time. I'll hand it over to you, Maggie.
Great, thanks, Kristen. So I'm going to go through questionnaires, which is a way to share any type of fillable information with a patient. So this might be things like outcome measures, intake forms, surveys, COVID screens, and so on. So this is a digital tool. Embodia is meant to be used digitally with patients. If needed, though, you can print anything out. So that's just a little disclaimer at the front end of this demo. And I'm going to go through how questionnaires work. We're first going to look at the practitioner side. So here I'm signed into a practitioner account on Embodia, and we're going to look at the setup of questionnaires. And afterwards, we'll look at this from the patient's view. So on our account here, there's a settings section, which is where we can set up everything that we need in our account. And this includes questionnaires. I have forgotten how to get there from here. Oops, sorry. So in the questionnaires section, we can see that we have many questionnaires already set up on our account. And we can also add a new questionnaire here at the bottom, which would be building it from scratch. We can also choose to use a template. And there are many templates for you to use. So we can see them here. They're also going to be indicated if it's an outcome measure, a consent form, or an intake form. And we'll take one here as an example. So if we take, let's take the pelvic health patient history intake form as an example. It's already built for you as a template, and you can preview it here. It's a pretty lengthy template. At the very bottom, you can click Create a Questionnaire from this template, which is going to add it to your account. And then you'll be able to use it or edit it. So any one of our templates, you can add to your account and then edit anything within that template. Once you have it on your account, so now we'll see it in here, in our active list of questionnaires, we can then share it with a patient. Now we can share it manually with a patient by just going simply to their patient profile and to Progress Questionnaires to share a questionnaire. So this is if maybe Jan Doe came into the clinic today and we realized we needed to share this individual questionnaire with her. Choose the one that we set up here, pelvic health patient history intake form. So it's going to be shared with Jan. She's going to get an email notification in 15 minutes to let her know. The reason it's 15 minutes is in case you share multiple questionnaires with her, then she's just going to get one email, not many emails letting her know. And we can see it's not been completed. In this list, we can also see that she's had many other questionnaires shared with her, and some have been completed. In the instance where there's a questionnaire that also has a score attached, when we click into it, we can see what the score is, and Embodia will automatically score it for you. So she received a 21 out of 50 on this neck disability index. And when it's been filled out more than once, we're going to see the change over time in her scores. And we can go through any of the ones that she's completed to see how she answered it. Now, you may be wondering, well, I don't want to manually share questionnaires each time. Like every time a patient comes in, you may not want to have to go in and share the intake forms and questionnaires with them. So that can all automatically be set up with the appointment. And we'll go through this as just a simple example here. So again, let's say Jan Doe is coming in for an appointment today, and we'll look at this service that she may be coming in for, which maybe is a 60-minute pelvic PT assessment. When we have our services set up, we can also attach particular questionnaires with that service so that when she gets booked in for a service, all of those questionnaires get sent to her as well. And we'll hop over to the patient side to view what it looks like when she's had questionnaires shared with her. So we'll sign in here as our patient. And here we are. So Jan signed in. At the top here, she has been asked to fill out her symptoms, which she can do. And then here's the questionnaire that we shared with her. So on her dashboard, she can just simply click on it and fill it in. I won't go through all of the answers because this is a fairly lengthy questionnaire, but essentially she can fill it in on her own time, and she can fill this in on any device. So whether it's a computer, tablet, or phone, she can fill in this questionnaire. We also believe that patients and clients should be able to see their own information and data, and it's not just hidden in their medical chart somewhere. So Jan can actually see her entire history of questionnaires from this questionnaires section. So here's the one that we haven't completed yet. Here's the one that we looked at from the practitioner side, and it looks very similar. So she can see her score, she can see her change over time, and she can see what she's answered. So that entire history is there for her as well. We're going to go through one other example of a type of questionnaire, which is a diary type. So I'm going to go ahead and sign back into my practitioner account. And this time we're going to share a diary. There are a lot of pelvic health folks and vestibular practitioners who use this diary feature to make it much easier to share anything that's like a bladder diary, fiber diary, sleep diary, stress diary, so that patients don't need to carry around a piece of paper with them and mark it down. So we'll use a bladder diary as an example, but just know bladder and fiber diaries are two examples, and you can set up any other kind of diary that you would like. We can see that Jan has been shared a number of diaries before, and we'll just start this one for today, and we'll say that it's going to be fillable by her for 3 days. And one more time, we'll go over to the patient's side. Okay, so now on her dashboard, we're back into Jan's account here. So the symptom level tracker is here because she's been asked to fill that in. Her questionnaire is still there for her to be filled in when she has the time. And here for bladder diary, she can add a new entry, which is automatically going to mark it as today's date and time. But if she needed to modify it, then she could. And she can fill in her sleep cycle, her void, ounces, maybe she drank 8 ounces of water, any incontinence, and bowel movement. The button is going to remain because she can fill this out as many times as she'd like, since it is a diary. So the entries are just going to continue to be added. And on the practitioner side, they are able to view all of those entries. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to Kristen to close us out for today's session.
Thanks, Maggie. So thank you to everyone for coming out. And for anyone that's joining us on YouTube as well. We'd like to invite you to share any comments or questions that you have, again, in the Q&A or chat here, or please send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Any feedback, questions, whatever you need. If you'd like to see Embodia up close and book a demo, you can use the QR code on screen here to do that. Or go to our website, and we do also have a button there to book your demo. If you'd like to check out more information on any of our features, you can also go to embodiaapp.com/guides. And if you'd like to check out more courses and webinars, you can do so on the links on the right-hand side as well. And if there's any content you'd like to see in next month's session, please let us know, again, via email. We'd love to hear from you, and hope you have a great rest of your day.